McMurray, George Stanley from the Michigan Oil City Cup team. Give a big round of applause as they'll be competing this weekend to see which golf course is the best in Fort McMurray.
Yeah, Pascal, we can go live at any time.
Here we go, Sam. This is good. We're going to get Sam Powell and another pitch and down that catches. And that was great. That was easy. Great job there, Sam. Thank you so much. Here you go. Thank you so much, Brett Stanley. And good luck this weekend. Here are your umpires as assigned by the Western Canadian Baseball League. For more information, visit westerncanadianbaseballleague.ca. Behind home plate today, in front of Marcus Erlichsen on the first baseline is Mike Richards, and on third is Adam Sims. It's at this time that we ask the coaches to make their way to home plate for our pregame meetings.
Well, this is half the fun of having a live baseball broadcast, is occasionally you even get the pre-show testing as we welcome you inside SMS Equipment Place here at Legacy Dodge Field for what could be one of the defining games of this Fort McMurray Giants season. My name is Graham Mosman. So excited to have you here today. Yesterday, a nail-biter as the Giants pulled out the one-run win over the Brooks Bombers, the team they are fighting for the final playoff spot in the Play Alberta West Division. Of course, the Energy City Cactus Rats currently hold that slot, but the schedule's a little bit up in the air as they still work through their slew of cancellations from earlier on this season. And we are going to go to in-house announcer Jerry Neville for the starting lineup for your Fort McMurray Giants.
British Columbia, 17, Carson Young. In the first spot, playing third base from Oakville, Ontario, 18, Brayden Dyke. Hitting cleanup for your Giants from Fort McMurray, Alberta, your designated hitter, number 24, Lincoln Fugel. From Regina, Saskatchewan, hitting fifth and catching, number 36, Brett Hodges. Playing first base, hitting sixth, From Fort McMurray, number 32, Jordan Green. The Giants right fielder is from Devon, Alberta, hitting 7th, number 19, Josh Fisher. The Giants' second baseman is in the 8th spot, from Cloverdale, British Columbia, number 29, Hudson Wilson. And running up the lineup from Fort McMurray, left fielder number 2, Mikael Tetro.
Thank you, Jerry Neville. Great to see Mikael Tetro back in the lineup after working through some injury issues. Of course, we're having a very special week here. Your starting pitcher coming back once again is Luke Sabanski as he makes his way to the bump. Going to be a big one here today as you can put another game distance or get another game closer to Energy City, and depending on how the last few chunks of doubleheaders go, it could be a right down to the wire type of finish as we head off to our anthems to get this game underway. And let's get this one underway as we welcome you into an Fort McMurray as we find ourselves with a 27-degree evening, almost 0 wind. So we're not going to be juicing any balls out to the outfield here today, but if the last run of games have been any indication, if the Giants can get the long ball working, we're going to go see it going far off outside that top left field marker. Loading up and getting us set here is Luke Sabanski, who has a fairly short resume so far with the Giants jersey on, only 3 and a half innings pitched. Currently sitting with a 4 ERA and a 4 ER, pardon me, and an ERA in the 10s. But look, when you're having low numbers and only a handful of innings pitched, some of those numbers can look a little extra spicy. So once we get things settled here today, it's one of the more fascinating parts of the WCBL season when you have players who hit their pitch counts from their assigned schools, and they'll come up here for the summer and be told you get this many, and if you go over that, you have to go back home. And you'll see a lot of pitchers, especially from teams in different spots in the lineups, making their way back to their schools and get set for the fall season. So you have players trying the starting slot for the very first time, as Zablonsky will get himself set. The Brooks Bombers leading off here with Eric Ballanil, the Village Brewing Player of the Week in the WCBL. As Ballanello makes his way in.
Number 2, Eric Ballanillo.
And we're going to get this started with a throw low to the outside from Zabonski.
I thought he was going to be 2 minutes behind.
Doing some work on the building as that one is going to stay in play. And, oh, just dropping that one.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that one will stay in play. And Malanila will head off to base. Unable to get the full hand on that is Braden Dyke. There's the bunt. Malanila gets the second, and another bouncer. That's 2 in a row. Someone go check on the balls. They've been covered in canola oil or something, as no one can get a handle on it. A drop from Braden Dyke and a drop from Zabonski, and just like that, you got runners on 1 and 2 with Shaheen Akano. That one's going to foul way up. We didn't hear any dings, so no new dents on the building. Spotsky keeping the eye out for the steal from Malanila. Been dangerous all season long for Brooks. There's the throw. That one will be in play. Throw to second, and there's the double. As it's a quick 1-2. And even with Malanila 90 feet from home, first 2 outs are on the board for the Giants. As we have blissfully found the very first ball that doesn't seem to be covered in canola oil. Andreas Gonzalez finding himself in. That one will be tipped off, and we'll have the 0-1. Gonzalez lets that go by. There's our 0-2. 2 down, runner 90 feet from home. Malanila trying to get the first score in here. There's the pitch. And that's going to be the first outside throw of the at-bat. Malanila creeping, and that one's going to foul way up, and that's going to dent the ceiling above one of the loges levels here. It's always the scariest moment for the facility staff when they finally go on the roof at the end of the season, and it looks like the hood of a car after a hailstorm. Here's the throw, contact made, and will the throw go to first? There it is! Got him! And that'll wrap us up here. From the top of the first, the Fort McMurray Giants up next with center fielder Michael Spack getting us all set. We'll take a quick pause and be right back here. You're watching the WCBL presented by Strigham Law, only on FloCollege. Oh, dang, you're right. It would be, wouldn't it?
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archived game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus the WCBL report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday. It's all in one spot.
And Michael Spack is going to lead us off here. Facing off against Raul Romero. Romero with the first strike of the at-bat. Here's the throw, and that one's going to be outside. All kinds of rip on that one as he's tackling 90. Romero almost taking inspiration from the FIFA World Cup where pink boots became all the craze. There's the throw, contact. That one's going to go out and should be an easy out to first. There's the throw, there's the grab, and it's 1 up, 1 down for the Giants. Carson Young finding his way up the batting order after sitting in that number 9 spot yesterday. Braden Dyke and Lincoln Fugel waiting in the wings. And there's the bunt, but that's going to be out of play. 0-1, 1 down. Been an up and down season for Young. Has had his moments of heroics, but maybe not the consistency he was hoping at this point in the season, but always a time to get things going, and that one's going to go up and bonk off the wall and go into the crowd. Looks like everyone's going to be okay. Here's an 0-2, and Romero up in front. There's the throw, and that'll be up top. 1-2. There's the throw, there's the swing, and that will do it for Carson Young. Braden Dyke with that early flub. Able to get out of it unscathed, though, as Alanil does not find his way home, and maybe can find some redemption here with his first at-bat. 2 down. Giants looking for their first hit of the game. There's the throw, that one. Looks like it was going to hit Anzac if there wasn't a catcher in the way. Here's a fastball, almost 90. See how long that can stay up for. That one goes up top. 2-1. There's the pitch. Braden Dyke with a little bit of wiggle room now. The windup, the throw. And that's going to go up for the full count, 3-2. Dyke trying to hold the swing back, but a little bit too much momentum to go. Still goes all the way around. That one's going to go way up and off into foul territory. Already an improvement over yesterday's game, which was just fly ball city. I'm sure if someone set up a series of Star Trek-esque force fields to force every fly ball, but we're already in good shape. That one's going to go wild, but with no one on, it'll just be the trot to first base for Braden Dyke as Lincoln Fugel makes his way up. Had a heck of a game yesterday. Start to see jerseys from players who were with the team earlier in the season and have since headed off now to make their way through the lineup with some of the newer additions late in the season. Fugel opened up the hit parade yesterday. Had a heck of a start in one of his first appearances of the season. Three for four yesterday. What do we have today? There's the 2-0. There's the throw. That one just finding inside of the zone. 2-1. There's the throw. There's the swing, and it's going to go for 2-2. Twos across the board here as the first couple outs are on the board. Runner on the corner. Fugel looking to send this one. That one's up top. 3-2. Romero yet to find that consistency in the early goings of this one. And down he goes. That'll do it for inning number one. We will take a quick break and be right back. You are watching the WCBL. It's Giants and Bombers and zeros on the board here on FloCollege.
Hey baseball fans, make sure to stay up to date with your favorite teams across the league by subscribing to the WCBL YouTube channel right now. We have tons of free coverage for you over there, including daily highlights, full archive game broadcasts, daily game day previews, plus the WCBL report with myself and Joe McFarland every Wednesday. It's all in one spot, the WCBL YouTube channel. Subscribe today.
And here's Eric Mora. Third baseman as that one tips off. That one's going to go way up and should be our first fly of the game. Easy grab, one up, one down. I think after the first 3 innings yesterday, I want to say we had at least 7. That went way up and us absolutely motor through the first few innings, but there's a throw. Simmons lets that sail by. Sponsky finding the strike zone. 1-1, 1 down. 79. That one's going to go, and oh, that's just going to fall. Valiant effort, but it will not be enough. And the first one is on here for the Brooks Bombers. Here at the top of the second. Here's Gabe Ducal, making his first appearance of the evening. 1 down, 1 on. Throw to first. And no pickoff there. Jordan Breen with a handful of stellar plays at first base throughout this season. There's the throw, and that'll be in for the 0-1. A swing and a miss, and it's an 0-2. Saponsky here working with Rhett Hodgins. As Nick Sauve has the night off. One down, runner on first, and that's going to foul off. And Sam Pylan going to grab that one from the dugout. Hand it off to our ball crew. Couldn't ask for a better midsummer night here in Legacy Dodge Field at SMS Equipment Place. 27 degrees, swing and a miss. Down goes Simmons. Here's a DH and Daniel Jenkins with what might be my favorite spelling of Daniel I've seen so far. Love an extra Y in there for some reason. Here's the throw. Going to first, and he will get back. We're talking weird spellings. There is a player in the West Coast League whose name is Apple with a Y for reasons. That one's going to go off into left field and will be snagged in the foul zone. And that is the fastest half inning you're going to see. We'll take a quick break here for the mid-second and be right back here on FloCollege.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With 15 locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyers.
For more than 40 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Sentinel Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
From Regina, Saskatchewan, number 36, Red Hodges.
Was initially set to start this season with the Regina Red Sox, and he has found his way here to the Giants as Red Hodgins pops in for his first at-bat of the ballgame. Here's the throw, and he's going to smartly let that one go by. Pitch number 2 for Romero, and he'll get Hodgins swinging. Hodgins was initially set to be the kind of backup pitcher for the WCBL champion Regina Red Sox, and as season changes, we're excited to have him up here, and that's the 1-2. Shadows are getting extra long here in the mid-summer, and that's going to do it for Hodgins. From Fort McMurray by way of Abbotsford, Jordan Breen makes his way on. One of the more underrated neighborhoods of Fort McMurray. Get a great view from on top of the hill. It's gorgeous. Probably a couple houses in Abbotsford that can surreptitiously watch a couple games with some big binoculars. And he'll be hit by a pitch and be off to first.
Here comes Giants right fielder, number 19, Josh Fisher.
Right fielder Josh Fisher. Top of the second, one down. Runner on first, and 1-0 the count. Bottom second is right. Brains are, I drove all day. My brain's a little melty. We're doing our best. That one low and to the bottom. 2-1. Breen creeping forward from first. And it is 3-1. Little bit of wiggle room here for Fisher. A low-scoring affair opening run yesterday, coming in on a walk. Contact made there, and throw to second. Got him. Throw to first. Got him. And just like that, we are 3 up, 3 down. We'll take a break and be right back. You are watching the WCBL presented by Strigham Law, only on FloCollege.
Yo, that's the one.
You going?
Yes.
Can I join you guys? All right, let's go.
Whether it's on the ice or on our app, always play for the fun of the game. Gamble responsibly with Play Alberta.
Got it. Thanks, Bill. The broadcast doesn't need to know that. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It's fine.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
Swing and a miss on that one. As we make our way through the top of the third. This game's still flying. Giants looking for their first hit of the ball game. Daring Starrett Couture. Locking in here. And that's going to go off the arm, and he'll be off to first. Back with the Village, Alberta Brewing Player of the Week in Ballonila. Last week pulling in 10 hits. Couple of homers and 7 RBIs. Anytime you can come into a week of work and outpace players from Okotoks and Sylvan, it's a good one to put on your resume. And it's going to go for the 1-1. Standings continue to get fascinating as Energy City still holding on to that number 4 slot in the division. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. Energy City down by a pair to Lethbridge. Bottom of the second, so if you're on the Fort McMurray side of things, you're going to want to be pulling for Lethbridge through the next couple hours here. That one's going to go way up and off into center. Easy grab, and there is another out up on the board.
It's Thursday tonight, brought to you by Brewski's 2 for 10 at the draft. Here are all night long. Number 3, CJ Snowden.
That's going to go, but will it drop? Oh, what a grab in the center field there. Heck of a play, is reaching over top to grab that one down. That could have been the first opening runs, but there to snag it. Michael Spack with the good early play. Work our way through the Bombers lineup once again with a Shine Nakano. Throw to first, but that'll be just a little off kilter. 2-0 the count. Couture creeping forward. Contact will be found by Nakano. And we'll go to the 2-1. Called strike as Zabonsky is starting to cook here a little bit. It's always can be a bit of a venture. You get a freshman pitcher getting their start. You have to find the starting role at the Edgewood Eagles. And that will go down for the strikeout, and just like that, the Giants get out unscathed. We'll take a break and be back with the bottom of the third. Coming up next, Hudson Wilson facing off against Raul Romero. We'll take a break and be right back here on FloCollege.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
Have you ever wondered if there's one thing that connects people from across our province? Something that connects the coffee shop to the spray park, or the brewery to the rodeo, the campground to the sports field.
Brand new left fielder for the Brooks Bombers as Nakano was tossed, and Carson Friesen will make his way up in his place. Nakano a little bit too forceful with his arguments, and he'll go sit this one on the bus. Scoreless ball game. Bottom of the third, Giants still looking for hit number one, and that pitch is going to bounce outside. Romero not with a ton of work this season for Brooks, as his last appearance came at home. And that's a swing and miss against the Giants. Primarily in the reliever's role this season, tends to go a couple innings at most. Deepest run this so far this year, though, a 6-inning appearance against the Bulls. Back in about a week ago. 7 strikeouts in that run. Giving up 3 hits through 6. Don't see that very often against Lethbridge. Got doubles on the count here. Second baseman Hudson Wilson looks to get something going. Count goes full, 79 miles an hour on the throw from Romero. Seventh pitch of the at-bat, and that one is going to be outside, and Giants will be on base. Absolutely fantastic to see Miguel Tetro back on. It's been a hot minute since we have seen him here at Legacy Dodge Field. Only played a couple of games on the Saskatchewan road trip against Regina. And 5 miles an hour. And the 0-1. Losing the handle on the bat. That's the fastest pitch you'll see so far, 89 from Romero. Wilson looking to get a bit of a lead. That one's going to contact and head way off into right field. And that should be at least a double. The throw relay is there. And they got him. That one has to sting, as that should have been a double, but just lost a little bit of momentum on the turn. Still, though, do get some progression through the bases, and Hudson Wilson now sits 90 feet from home. Chance for the opening run of the ballgame. A valiant effort, but just a couple inches below. And it's going to be up to Michael Spack to hopefully bring in the opening run of the game. That's going to be a bouncer. And the throw goes to home. He drops it. Curling back, misses it on the first time, gets it on the second, and that's the opening run on the board for the Fort McMurray Giants. In all honesty, probably shouldn't have got that. The throw is on time, drops it, and he misses it on the first go through as he just kind of slides past. But hey, smart heads up play to curl back, tap home, and no matter how you count it, it's the 1-0 lead for the Giants here at the bottom of the third. That one's going to go. Will it drop? It will into a glove, so it's another out on the board, but still got one on. One pitches deep here for Romero. All kinds of spice on that one, but the net goes up and we'll snag that one. 89 miles an hour on that throw, but the throw to second, and will not be there in time. It's one of the easiest steals you're going to see. And Spack up there with tons of time to spare. Two down. Spack in scoring position. Braden Dyke working his way through for the second time. He'll step out and pop back in as we have the 1-1. Walked in his first at-bat. And that one's going to go up top. These pitches are from Romero. Anytime they're hitting the mid to high 80s, you're seeing them lurk on the high side. A couple of those throws have gone wild. And that's going to be a balk. Michael Spack making his way all the way to third, just sitting 90 feet from home. As Braden Dyke could double up this lead. Romero not impressed with the call, but we'll have to fight through. There's the throw, there's the swing. That's going to go way up in the air. And it's an easy grab. Spack won't make it quite home, but still the inning closes out with a 1-0 lead for the Giants. We'll take a break and be right back. You are watching the WCBL only here on FloCollege. Had a ground out for his first inning, and well, get his first hit there. Andreas Gonzalez with the early on here, and top of 4. That one's going to go up and should be a grab from the right field. Almost lost it in the sun, but able to pick it out of the sky is Josh Fisher.
Number 18, Ben Simmons.
18?
Only second appearance of the season for Zabrodsky. Was here last week with a 3 and a bit inning performance against the Gulls. That's 60 pitches deep in that one. And a losing effort to Sylvan is that one going to go way up and land in the batting cages. Almost made its way to the football stadium here. Ben Simmons with the single to start off his day. Let that go. Runner going off to second, and oh, that one will make it all the way to third as that pitch just went a little off kilter. That throw goes up top, and the pickoff attempt gets a little out of hand, and Bombers have their best opportunity to put a run on the board here. One down. Count of 2-1. Gonzalez creeping forward to home. And he'll be pushed back. Ball 3 for Simmons. There's Zablonski with the pitch. That's going to bounce and throw to home. Got him. Heck of a throw there as it gets to home in time for out number 2. Runner does get on, but so far, the Giants defense is holding up against the Bomb Squad. Seems like a weird name because it seems like they're diffusing themselves. It's a self-assigned nickname, don't judge it. That one's going to go off into right field and is going to land. It'll be a quick single for game to count. 2 down, runners on 1 and 2.
14,
Daniel Jenkins, spelt with a Y, but not where you think. Sent one down the left field in his first appearance. That one goes up top and have a chance here for the score. Gonna turn and throw and got him. How about that? That's gonna close off the inning. The pitch goes wild, but Hodgins able to chase it down and team up there from Zablonski. And even on the wild pitch, you're still able to make the out, and there is a scoreless inning for the Bombers. We'll take a break and be back here with the bottom of the 4th next, right here on FloCollege.
First person down that back gate to get all the way up to me and give me a high five is taking over kick line. The Q social on the alley. On the count of 3, we're going to get running. 1, 2, 3, run. Got a strong couple starters here. It's going to be a close one. It's going to be a close one. And we've got a winner. Make some noise for all of our racers out here, and for our McMurray Giants, make some noise!
There's your designated hitter, Lincoln Fugel, 0 for 1 today, 3 for 4 yesterday in his second appearance with the Giants. Raul Romero going to hang tight in here, 45 pitches deep. 3 strikeouts, 2 walks, and ball number 1. Couldn't ask for a better evening here. It's just a gorgeous sunny night. Saw this yesterday from Fugel as he's happy to let a pitcher ring in a few. And just like that, he's got the 3-0 lead. Not seen any action so far in the bullpen for the Bombers, so looks like Romero might hang on through the rest of this one. There's the throw, and that's the first strike. Three-one for Fugel. As he hangs in here, locked and loaded. Here's strike 2, and this count goes full. Giants do have the lead, but can't really argue with Romero's performances. There's only a single hit on the board, and there's another strikeout. Give him 4 on the day. 36 strikeouts on the year for Romero. Hodgins will let that go by for the 1-0. When you're in between the innings, you're going to want to scroll back and take another look at that last out from the bottom of the 3rd. Heck of an effort from Hodgins on the wild pitch to chase it down and then still be able to get the throw off for the tag at home. Officially scored as a caught on steal. 2-0, 1 down. Make that 3. Carbon copy of this last at bat here. As Romero seems unbothered. Here's the throw. And unlike last go, that'll be a 4-pitch at bat and an easy walk for Red Hodgins. Hodgins making an early case for player of the game. See how the rest of his night goes as he sets up at first. First baseman Jordan Breen. That go by for the 0-1. Here's Romero. That one's going to stay in bounds. Throw to first for Breen, and he won't be able to beat it. Runner does move on ahead, though. And Red Hodgins will sit 120 feet from home. Josh Fisher with a 2:07. Here's that sail by for the 1-0. Oh, pardon, that will be 0-1. That one's going to go way up and stay in. Chasing it down is the Brooks right fielder, Andreas Gonzalez, and that's going to close this out here. We're going to be back to the bottom of the fourth coming up in just a quick moment right here on FloCollege.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With 15 locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Stringham, your local lawyer.
For more than 40 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Sentinel Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
It's DH Daniel Jenkins getting us set here for the top of 5 on FloCollege. I'm Graham Mosman. Excited to be here and have you with us in what should be a tight playoff race down to the finish. That's the called strike one. Oh, and 2 as Zablonski officially locks in his longest appearance of his 2. Now it'll be fouled up off and into the netting here at Legacy Johns Field. One and 2. There's the throw. That's going to be up top. It's another foul tip. We're going to hang in at the 2-2. one is going to. That's going to be hit by a pitch and off to first. Kind of thought that he got the swing around, but that is the ruling. There's Derek Couture up once again. And he's going to contact that one. It's going to go up top and should be an easy grab out in the right field. And yes, indeed it is. Hit by a pitch and sends one way off. And Couture off to the, making the walk out to back to the dugout as Malanila is up once again. That one's going to go up and into foul territory. Chasing it down is Breen, and he will get there. Quickest trip up so far for Ballonila.
It's Thursday, brought to you by Brewskis. Coming up to the play, number 3, CJ Snowden.
2 for 1 for Snowden. Throw to first, but going to be just a hair behind him. That one's going to go. Throw to first. Did it make it in time? Yes, it did, and that is going to wrap us up here. They're flying through this ball game. Holy boats, as we head to the bottom of the 5th next. It's a 1-0 lead for the Giants right here on FloCollege. We'll be back with Hudson Wilson. And no pitching change. The Brooks Bombers going to hang in there with Romero. And we'll have that for you coming up next here on FloCollege.
For more than 40 years, we've been there, helping Canadians find the extra space they need to grow and to create new memories. Sentinel Storage. Buy Canadian, store Canadian.
Now we've got Stopper, we've got Tony. Tony, are you ready, buddy? All right, let's see it. Got the practice swing in, time for the real shot. Missed by a mile. I don't know if he was trying to pitch to the batter here. I don't know what that was. Well, let's give Tony a huge round of applause regardless. And let's make some noise. Come on, Giants fans. Make some noise.
It's going to be a big night here on Saturday. It's Hawaiian shirt night. Or trying to get a record for the largest gathering of Hawaiian shirts here. There's specific rules, though, but you can find those on the Fort McMurray Giants Facebook page. There'll also be a celebration, Henny and Lenny night, 2 icons of the Fort McMurray community, and you can read more about that on our Giant socials. As Romero gets us going. With a 76-mile-an-hour strike. Hudson Wilson gonna let that go low, and we'll have the 1-1. And the Douglas College Royals. That one's going to bounce up and be an easy grab as Wilson's going to head back. Came to Cow able to track that one down, and Romero will do battle with Miguel Tetro. Where's number 2, but is responsible for the single hit of the ball game for the Giants so far. Looks like he almost gave that a sling, looking for his second hit of the ball game, but that's going to be 0-1 for Tetro. Sails that past. Here's Tetro, swing, and that's going to go for the foul. 1-0 ball game for the Giants. Off that. Largely because of that Tetro single. One down. Base is wide open. Here's the throw, there's the swing. And down goes Tetro.
Center fielder, number 16, Michael Spath.
And a ground out in his first. Was able to reach in the fielder's choice in his second run up and did get that one RBI and brought home Wilson. Here's the throw, and Cal arguing for that. He went all the way around, but umpires call it, and it's 1-1. miles an hour on that one. As Romero's been able to hang on to the speed when he's needed to. The wind up, the throw, the swing. And nothing but air as we go 2-2. Best appearance so far of the year for Romero. And that is going to do it. We head to the bottom of the fifth. As Romero is absolutely cooking here. Giants bats, even with the lead. Gonna have to get this one going. As we head to number 6. I'll be right back here. It's the WCBL presented by Striga Law on FloCollege.
Freezer. Gonzalez. Aaron Moore. Number 18, Ben Simmons. break for the first quarter is 19 Gary Kuchel.
Okay, and I think we are back and good to go. Apologies for that as we work our way through some technical difficulties. Always fun when gear and equipment just decides to go, no, you don't get to work today. It's crazy. Pitch is going to go way up top, and it's a 2-1. Make that the 3-1. Contact made there. That's going to go. Tap to second. Throw to first. Got him. And despite a pile of hits let up, it is only a 3-1 lead for Brooks after a, shall we say, less than ideal inning for the Fort McMurray Giants. We will take a pause. Happy to be back. And we'll be right back here in just a quick second as you're watching the WCBL on FloCollege.
About the mustard and the hot dog today, but that's just me. That's how I'm feeling. All right, we're on our start lines. We're ready to go. 3, 2, 1, go, go, go. Wait the lead off for the lobster. I don't know if I've seen a lobster win yet, though. We might be making Giants race this afternoon. I don't know. It's going to be a close one. And by the skin of their teeth, that ketchup took the win tonight. Giant fans, let's give all of our racers a huge round of applause. Let's not forget about our wonderful Fort McMurray Giants. Let's make some noise! Here we go, Giants fans. Number 18, Brandon Dyke.
There's Fugel, and he gets everything on that one. It's going to go. Oh, and a diving grab as that one is peeled off the grass. What a play there. Courtesy of his center fielder, C.J. Snowden. Despite the one hit, that'll be his most effective moment of this game. Red Hodgins has that one bounce up and will go foul. Absolute speedboat there. And it's an 0-2. There's the throw, there's the swing, and it's another chop foul. Red Hodgins 0 for 1 on the day, does have the walk. And got the strikeout prior to that. Swing and a miss. As the Giants go 3 up, 3 down to wrap up the 6th. We'll head to the top of the 7th. Bombers a 3-1 lead. As you're watching the WCBL on FloCollege.
It's Thursday, here batter prices, all 9 yards. You can tell the drive to your bar. Now at the plate, number 3, C.J. Snowden.
And welcome back as C.J. Snowden is in here for the Bombers, and he gets everything on that one. It's going to go way up and should be grabbed, and yes, it will be. As it ends up well short of the warning track, and just like that, first out's up. Carson Friesen, who wasn't intended to be in this game, but due to an earlier ejection, finds himself back. Here's the pitch from Mayak, and that's up top. 1-1. Two one there for Mayak. Three one pitch. Friesen 1 for 1 on the day. And we'll head first on the walk. Carson Friesen makes his way to first and will be replaced by Andreas Gonzalez. And the right field single last time up, and that's going to go. Does it have the distance? Oh, yes it does. It's going to bounce way out of here. It's a 2-run home run for the Bombers. And that's one of those ones that you just know it's gone with second hits, and it cleared the full second layer of fencing here at Legacy Dodge Field. As that one could have ended up in the river. Ten hits and 5 runs. Giants still held it the single. Nick sends that one over top, and Eric Mora watches it go by. 1-0. We're going to find that one, but a great snag pulling that one out of the air. And 2 outs are on the board for the Giants.
Number 18, Ben Simmons.
.298 for Simmons, as he's for 2 for 3 today. Hits on his season. This is his first 2-hit performance since taking on the Moose Jaw Miller Express, whose incredible season has been rolling on. There goes up top. 3-0. Nick with the throw, and that one's going to be outside again. And just like that, 2 down, 1 on. Taking a look out into the Giants bullpen. Looks like Palmstatten is starting to get loose. Still get to see action in the Brooks side of things. going to hang in here for just a little while longer. Take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard. The Swift Current 57's a 9-4 lead over Weyburn. That's Hat pulled in front of Moose Jaw 4-3. 6-1 Okotoks over Sylvan Lake. And there's a strike. And the game that we are watching for standings purposes, Energy City. Top of the 7th, pulled in front of Lethbridge by a 4-2 margin. Here's the 1-1. Stay hair too low on that one for Mac. Chow's going to let that one go low. Two outs, one on. 3-1 count for the Bombers catcher. Here's the throw. There's the swing. And it's a 3-2. Chow's going to step out and loosen up, pop back in. That fixes everything. You just step back 3 feet, twist 1, twist 2. Everything's perfect after that. That one's going to go right to Mac. Underhanded toss. Easy grab. And that's going to wrap up Brooks for this inning. Not the most ideal inning as 2 runs do come in, and it's a 5-1 ball game as we move to the bottom of the 7th. We'll take a break. Be back. You are watching the WCBL presented by Strigham Law on FloCollege.
For over a century, we've been more than just lawyers. We're your neighbors, your friends, and your strongest advocates. With 15 locations across the prairies, we're everywhere you are. Strigham, your local lawyers.
Jordan Breen hopefully going to get the Giants on the go here. Easy to build on a one-hit performance. Raul Romero now in his longest appearance of the season. And that one is going to be slung to first, the bouncer. Breen can't beat it. And it's 1 up, 1 down for the Giants. Josh Fisher been using spot duty throughout the year. Appearances in the last handful of games and can find himself in like a bit of duty in the Saskatchewan road trip. Six hits on the season. Here's the throw, there's the strike. Here's Romero. Works his way through. Still able to hit at that 86-mile-an-hour zone. That one's way up top. And it's the 1-2. 87 pitches here for Romero. 3 walks. And 7 batters down. Romero with the throw, the swing from Fisher, but he can't get the right angle on it. It's fouled up for the 1-2. There's the pitch, there's the swing, and down goes Fisher. Absolutely surgical performance here for Romero. Swing and a miss for Wilson. Gotta wonder how much longer we're going to see him for Romero, but when you're still throwing this well, you can understand why the Bombers would be reluctant to pull him out. Here's the throw, and that one's way up top, and we find ourselves the 2-1. There's the throw. There's the contact. That's going to fall into the waiting glove, and just like that, this inning comes to a close. Only 6 outs left for the Giants to work with. Can they pull some runs out here? So far hasn't gone with Romero on the bump, but we'll see how it all shakes out. Pelham Staton is going to be helming things from the pitching side as we will take a pause and be right back here against the WCBL on FloCollege. Top of the 8th, 5-1 for the Brooks Bombers. He may spell his name weird, but he does find himself in the lead at the moment as Daniel Jenkins checks in once again. That one's going to go in and out of the glove. And we're back with Daniel Jenkins, 0-1. Here's the throw, and he'll let that go by 1-1. Walked his last time out and hit by a pitch before that. And he's going to step out with a bit of frustration as he fouls that one off 1-2. Staton with the swing. That one gonna go way up and gonna bonk off the ceiling here. Daniel Jenkins will step out and head back in. A 5-pitch at bat. 1-2 count is that. Pitch is going to hit the dirt. We go 2-2. There's the throw. There's the swing, and that one's going to be off into left field and should be an easy grab. There it is. Able to pick that one off. There's the left field Tetro. There's Derek Couture. 0-for-2 on the day, looking for his first one, and gonna build on this lead. Strike one there for Staton. Here's number 2 there as Staton starting to lock in. Contact there, it's going to foul up, and looks like fans will be okay. Stanton's last appearance was at Brooks. He pulled in 3 strikeouts. Throw to first, and that's going to be an easy out. $13 of work for Stanton. 12 strikeouts, 13 walks. I'll make that 13 strikeouts. Bellinello's going to swing at the first one he sees. Should be a quick, easy throw to first. Oh, and the extension there. Tiny piece is stretching from Jordan Breen. I feel like I pulled a muscle just watching that happen. Out goes up. Giants into their final 6 outs here as they look to fight this one back from 4 runs down. We'll take a brief break and be back. It's the WCBL on FloCollege. He's got the only hit of the game so far. Can he find the second? Not on that one. As Tetra watches that one go outside. 5-1 here. As if you're a Giants supporter, you got to hope this arm is starting to slow down a little bit for Romero. Oh, that one. Oh, that one right on the ankle. And you are grateful for a guard there because, oh boy, that would have stung. Even more than it probably did. Hit by a pitch for Tetro, so he ends up on it. Maybe this is the first chink in the armor for Raul Romero. 95 pitches so far in this one. And looks like we're starting to see some movement in the Brooks bullpen as they're going to head over and start to warm up. After a quality inning from Staten, it looks like the Giants bullpen is taking a little brief break. Here's the throw. Runner going off to second. And he's going to have to make his way back. One on. Going for the pickoff, but they'll be a little bit behind. Gonna grab you a number here for the warming up pitcher for Brooks. As Alex Hernandez is getting set. Only 6 innings of work so far in the season for Hernandez, so could be a heck of an opportunity if the Giants can get some runners on. With a not off-used reliever. There's the throw, there's the swing. That's going to foul as Spock sends that bouncing away. One and two. The run is going to second. The slide. And he's going to drop that one in the steal. goes up. Tiny piece of work. Courtesy of Miguel Tetro. Two for Spack. There's the throw. He gets that one. It's going to go way up in the air, and it should be an easy grab. Yes, indeed. And there's the first out of the inning with one runner in scoring position. And the shortstop, Carson Young, working his way up. Romero officially crossing the 100 at pitch mark as that one's going to go right into the back of Young, and it's 2 down, 2 on, and it looks like the night is going to come to a close for Romero on that second hit by pitch of the inning, and not a bad performance at all, though. Is this going to be the end for Romero, or they're going to call it? Hernandez has been warming up, but we're going to try to get you a proper run on who is getting set right now for the Bombers. As a looks like a reliever for Brooks is gonna go relieve himself behind the foul pole. I don't know if that's regulation. Might want to check the rule book on that one. Either way, I'm calling foul. They get through. He got in. How about that? Double steals on the play as Tetro slides ahead and able to beat the throw. Brandon Dyke. Maybe. Chance to play hero here. What, 45 for Braden Dyke. That one is it going to be sent off to first. Runner able to come home, and this lead is chipped into. Exactly who you want up in this moment is maybe he can regain some of the form he had yesterday. Contact made, it's gonna find the gap. Runner comes on home, and it's a 5-3 ball game as the Giants start chipping into this one. Tiny piece of business. So Rhett Hodgins will be going in. No, Hodgins is out. It's coming in, the home run leader for the entire franchise, Nick Sauve. Is this going to prompt a quick change for the Bombers? Nick Sauvé. The chance here representing the tying run. Let's that go by. Two at 36 for Sauvé. He's going to find that one. It's going to go off, and that one is going to go. The relay might not make it there. One run comes home. It's a triple off the bat of the pinch hitter, Nick Sauvé. One run comes on in, and just like that, it's a tie ball game with Sauvé 90 feet away from pulling this one even here at the bottom of the 8th. How about that call from Coach Cooper to make that switch? Might be the defining moment of this game, as you got to make as much hay as you can here while Romero stays on us. His arm is starting to slow down. There is strike one. Keeping an eye on the bullpen for Brooks. Contact there for Breen as that one's going to go up and bonk itself off the first base concession. Souvenir for a young fan. There's the tip. And right in the glove, and that's going to close out the inning. Breen unimpressed, but one runner stranded, still able to put 3 up on the board. It's a one-run ball game as we head to the top of the 9th, and if the Giants can hold things, we're in walk-off territory coming into the bottom of the 9th, but pitching staff going to have to do their work as Pelham's Stanton is going to go out there to hopefully close this one out. We'll take a pause and be right back. You're watching the WCBL presented by Strigham Law right here on FloCollege.
It's Thursday at the ballpark, brought to you by Brewski's Beer Better Prices. All night long, to the potato draft here by number 3, CJ.
Welcome back to C.J. Snowden, as the Bombers are going to try to extend this lead and make things as difficult as possible. Going into 9 as that one's going to be off and into the parking lot. I hate where I park now. I'm sure everything's fine. Good news, a handful of people that know how to fix a windshield here in Fort McMurray. Half of them probably sitting in the stands. 0-1. There. That's going to go tip off, and that will be a foul. C.J. Snowden 1 for 4 on the day. And the fly out last time he was up. Throw from Statton. That's going to be way up top. Pitcher pulls ahead by a 2-1. 5-4 ball game in the closing moments of this. There's the swing. That one going to go throw to first. Will he get there? He will not. The throw beats him as Breen keeps the foot down, and out number 1 is on. That's exactly the start you want to see. Going to be interesting to see how much of a difference Nick Sauve can make here, especially on the defensive side of things, as he's made his way on after the heroic pinch hit. That might be the story of the game so far. He went all the way around on that one. And it is the 0-1. Here's the throw. There's the swing, and that one's going to be fouled way up off. Is it on the ceiling? A little far over. A stare down from Statton and Snowden. And down he goes. That's 2 outs on the board. That's exactly what you want. And Snowden will make the walk of shame back to the dugout to be replaced by Carson Friesen. Should be a Shine Nakano, but he was tossed earlier in this one. Friesen has been able to put up a decent performance in relief as he'll foul that first one off. The throw from Statton. That one. His fastest pitch of the night as he tickles the mid-80s, but loses the handle, and it goes up top. It's 1-1. The throw. The swing. 1-2. You can feel the energy picking up here at Legacy Dodge Field. There's the throw. And that's going to go 2-2. How icy are the veins for Pelham Statton? Doesn't just sound like he owns a country club. Also, a heck of a pitcher. As this one goes up top 3-2. Count goes full here. The throw, the swing, and that one is going to find the gap and go just underneath the glove. And it's going to be 1 on here with 2 down as Carson Friesen able to find something. Throw to Gonzalez, goes up top. One oh. Runner on first. There's the throw. As it's going up top, Staten. Seeing those pitches climb higher and higher as we take a peek over the Giants bullpen. As a Wilson is warming up for the Giants. Might be coming to the close of Stanton's appearance now as batter pulls ahead by a margin of 3-0. That one's down the middle. 3-1. Eric Mora 0 for 4 on the day. Did reach on a fielding error earlier on. There's the throw. This one is... They're going to call it. Giants come out of that one unscathed. And we're going to head to the bottom of the ninth inning. Flip those hats inside out. Giants got to put up a single to push this to extras. We're going to take a pause and be right back here for the bottom of the ninth on FloCollege.
Now pitching number 30, Alex Hernandez.
It's the best time in baseball, bottom of the ninth, with a potential walk-off pending, depending on how the Giants can make their way through and make this battle go against the pitcher for the Brooks Bombers, who has not had a ton of work through his season. Alex Hernandez, 6 innings pitched total. .711 ERA. We'll see how long he hangs in. His last appearance came against the Okotoks Dogs, where he did have 3 strikeouts over 20 pitches. A 27 pitch performance with a couple of Ks against the Red Sox. And early on in this month, gave up a hit to these very same Giants back on July 4. Feels like a lifetime ago now, as that opening pitch goes up top and outside. Josh Fisher hanging in here That's that one. Go up top, and it's a 2-0. Taking a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Energy City 7-3 at the top of the ninth over Lethbridge. Swing, and that one looks like it stung the catcher. Looks like he'll be okay. 2-1 the count. Pleasure to have you here with us. I'm Graham Moseman as we're into the depths of this one. Win for Fort McMurray keeps the slim playoff hopes going. Loss makes things a lot dicier as that one's going to be a... Oh, what a bit of ground up, but he drops it. Oh, that has to sting as Eric Bellella drops it. Cannot make the throw. And just like that, the go-ahead run comes up into the box in the form of Jaden Payne. And we do have a pinch hitter coming in here. Pinch hitter coming in as we're going to make sure we get the exact right for. That's Jaden Kane. Looks like he's going in for the sack bunt as he has yet to register a hit on the season. That one won't quite have the distance. Jaden Kane could play the hero and have his first hit of the season be the most important. No outs, one on. That bunt goes way up and hits the net. 1-2. At this point, doing everything you can to get your tie run in scoring position. So if you're going to drop someone to do it, here's what it is. Only his third appearance for the Giants, previously up and against Saskatoon and Sylvan Lake. Here's Hernandez. Holds. Throws. Lets that go well outside as he just... That's not even going to go down as a pitch as he stepped out right before the throw. Put your mark on the season if you can here. Jaden Kane swings it. That one's going to go way up. Throw to second. Got him. Yeah, that's about the worst case scenario. Keeps a runner out of scoring position. And you get the out. I mean, Homer here closes it all out. If Tetro can find some magic. There's the strike one. Was given the night off, but you got to wonder if Kata Fagino is going to find his way up. Alex Hernandez trying to maintain and hold on to this one-run lead. That one is swung at and fouled way up into the air. 0-2, one down. Tetra with that. Tetra with that single. Swing and a miss. And the Giants are down to their last out of this ballgame. Michael Spack 0 for 4, but still could call this one. That one going to be in for the strike one. 89 miles an hour from the closer, Hernandez. Averages about 20 pitches or so, so we got 8 left. But the Giants are down to their last out. Tie this one on with a fortuitous hit. That one will go. Does it find the gap? Yes, it does! Not gonna risk it though. 2 on. Looks 2 on. Carson Young 0 for 2 for today, but Michael Spack was able to get the runner in scoring position. All you need is 1 for 2 of this swing, and this game is going to extras. Carson Young, it is all on you. Probably about 7 pitches left for Hernandez. As he keeps an eye. Lets that one go and gets everything on that one. It does drop. Yes, it does. Come around. This game is tied. That's why you don't give up in the WCBL. As that one heads off to center field, the tying run comes on home. 5-5. Bottom of the ninth with 2 on. Braden Dyke. All he needs is a single. And we could be walking off in dramatic fashion here in Fort McMurray. Jaden Kane with the scoring run. There's the throw. And that's up top. 1-0. Hernandez, 15 pitches in, averages about 20 or so per appearance. Brandon Dyke 0 for 3 on the day. Oh, cranks that one in. Just a few milliseconds difference, and that one's going down the left field line. $24 ribbies for Dyke. If he makes it to 25, a lot of folks going home happy as that one's bounced off the netting here at Legacy Dodge Field. At the very least, we're going extras. You get bonus ball, my friend. Here on FloCollege, I'm Graham Mosman as we maybe have some heroics. Courtesy of number 18 in orange and black. Alex Hernandez loads it up, lets it go. Foul. Alex Hernandez's longest appearance, 27 pitches. He's within striking distance of that now. No action in the Brooks bullpen, though, so we'll see how this shakes out. There's the throw. There's the swing. Underhand throw. Got him. The very least, we got bonus ball, baby. Runner is going to start on second, and Brooks is going to lead us off with Ben Simmons coming up next. We'll take a very brief break and be right back. You are watching the WCBL presented by Stringham Law only here on FloCollege. Two for three on the dig is Ben Simmons. And they are going to start with a runner on second, which would have been their last out. So, and it's Eric Mora. That's the 1-0. Stanton with the throw. That one's outside the zone. See Mora starting to creep there in the middle of your screen. Stanton has been mindful as he checks back. Gonna load up and throw that one outside, and a lot of room to work with here, as Ben Simmons has nothing but space with a 3-0 lead. Are already in scoring position. Got the lefty warming up for the Giants, and that's a 4-pitch walk, and Gabe Duchow going to make his way in. Are we going to have some movement? Looks like it stays, and that'll do it. And here, I believe, comes Wayne Wilson. A valiant performance by Stanton as he goes through 35 pitches, 1 walk, and a couple of knockouts. Braden Wilson's going to warm up, and we're going to take a quick pause and be right back. It's going to be the 4th appearance of the year for Braden Wilson. First time in since Canada Day, where he put in an inning of work and might have some weird stats on the site. Yes, Braden Wilson. Pretty sure he's been up more since Canada Day. And that'll be the bunt. Throw to first. Oh, that one goes outside, and a runner's going to come on home on the wild throw. That's going to be a, logging that one down as a RBI single, and that's some frustration there from Jordan Breen, who lost that one. And it's 6-1, or 6-5, excuse me, for the Bombers. Here's Wilson. Looses it. That one goes up top for the 1-0. Daniel Jenkins over 2. .186 on the year. Handful of walks to his name, though, to bump up the on-base numbers. 1-1. Runners on 2 and 3. No outs. Here's the throw from Wilson. That's going to hit a foot. And these bases are loaded with no outs. And Wilson might be out as soon as he was in. Stare at Couture with the 179 on the season. Almost went all the way around there, but yeah, it's the 1-0. Bases loaded, no outs. Just need a casual triple play to call it here. And hopefully negate some of the damage. Easy peasy, right? That one finds dirt for the 2-0. The netting is down in the Fort McMurray bullpen. They are still working the Brooks bullpen, though. Wilson with the stare down for Stare Couture. The throw. And that one. 3-0. And this Brooks dugout, awfully loud. You like to get their chirps in. There's the throw. And the strike is on the board. 3-1. And to flip around those caps and go back to rally form. Wilson. Going to calm himself down here and lets this one loose. The swing gets it. Throw to home, but that'll be just off kilter. You get the 1 out. 1 run does come home, and Unfortunately, you can't turn the double. It's a 7-5 ball game.
Top of the order for the Brooks Bombers, number 2, Eric Baldwin.
Back to the top of the order for Ballanilla. One down, 2 on. And one of the best hitters in the league for the Bombers. Lets that one sling on by. It is a 1-1. Swing and a miss there. And it's a 1-2. One and two. There's the throw. There's the swing. Down he goes.
It's Thursday, 2 for 10 in the crowd beer bar all night long. Here comes number 3, C.J. Snowden.
Here's C.J. Snowden. Ground out his last time up. That's going to foul off. Wilson with the throw. That one gonna go in for another. 0-2 as he's got a little bit of room to work with here, and after a rough start would be a heck of a way to pull out of this one if he can limit the damage to just 2 runs, as we're about to get into the real heft of the Giants lineup. Come from behind to tie it once. Can they do it again? Still need the 1 out to get there. The throw, the swing, and that is going to do it as he is going to make the grumpy walk back to the dugout. And the Giants are going to have to fight to tie this one back here at the bottom of the 10th inning. Everyone loves bonus baseball. Happy to bring it to you here on FloCollege. Oh boy, let's get this. Lincoln Fugel with the 0-1. Runner on second. So Fugel at the moment representing the tying run here. Fugel has that go for a little bouncer. Cannot beat the throw though. Runner does progress ahead and what a moment it will be for a Nick Chauvet bomb to tie this one up. Already has the franchise lead in home runs and can just add to that legacy with a dinger here today. Do you want to hear Nick Chauvet tell us the horrifying truth? Or do you want to see him sock a few dingers? That one's going to foul off into the parking lot. If you responded, "We want dingers," you are correct. One down, runner 90 feet from home. There's the throw, there's the swing. Another foul off for Chauvet. 1 and 2 here for the Giants' all-time home run leader. The throw, that one's going to go wild. And Chauvet throw on the turbo boots as he gets himself the first. Jordan Breen, as we now are in walk-off territory. Runners on the corners, one out on. And the Fort McMurray local finds his way in. Jordan Breen at 2:35 on the season. Lets that go by for the 1-0. Only has the one homer on the year. And that came all the way back against Weyburn in June. The throw up top again. Here's the throw and another foul. Two and two. The throw, the swing. And that's 2 outs on the board. Spotted Josh Fisher in the batting cage is a little longer than most earlier on in this one, and he's looking to get things back together as that'll go by for the ball one. Josh Fisher able to reach on a fielding error. There's the throw. There's the swing. And it's 2-1. That one's going to sail by. 3-1. Here's the throw. Fouls off. Count goes to full. Could be the last moments of this ball game. It could be a hero's moment, though. Hudson Wilson waiting in the wings if we get there. Gonna step out and step back in. Will Turner. Oh, not looking like a good moment here for the pitcher for the Bombers. Is if you pop into the replay, I think he just yacked. Aaron Fusi having a rough moment there. Getting some water. Might he be okay? All kinds of action in the Brooks bullpen, though. Fusi very rarely crosses into the 20 pitch mark. He's already 15 deep here today. I would love to know what kind of sign language that was from the Brooks manager. Just slinging arms back and forth. Maybe he's just a big fan of finger guns. Pow, pow. I've never seen so many conversations between an umpire and a manager as we've seen here the last 2 days. Somehow hasn't been tossed, though. Maybe he's just a nice guy. Brings the umpires cooking. Nice bowl of chili once in a while.